And, you came into this, like you said, relatively new in the last few years. And so if there's somebody listening right now and they're hearing, okay, I can build my brand, I can, start to seek out potential opportunities like this, but then they get to like that moment where they actually have to have this equity conversation with a, first time founder who's trying to find an advisor, like, where do you even start, right? Like, how did you figure out, like, okay, what's the right amount of equity? What do I think is worth my time and effort here? Like, how did you think about that, or who did you learn from to position yourself to be able to have those types of conversations?
I heard this once on a podcast. I think it was with Jason Calacanis or David Sachs. I can't remember. They were mentioning that these advisory agreements tend to equate to, let's say it's $500 to $1,000 an hour, and you're advising 12 hours a year. It's a small amount of money, $24,000 worth of equity at whatever the par value is at the time. And if you extrapolate that, right, at the early stage company, the shares are typically like pennies. But you get to Series B, Series C, Series D, they could be easily worth a couple dollars. So you've easily 10x, 20x, whatever the grant is going to be. So yeah, it might be small potatoes at first, but if the business ever does have an exit or you have an opportunity to do secondary, there are like fantastic valuation multiples on whatever that grant is going to be. But yeah, just try to baseline it as a normal consulting arrangement. That's how I would say it. And say instead of compensating me in cash, how would an equity agreement work out? And then you have to obviously work out what the par value per share is and validate that. But that's always a conversation to have with the firm.